Oh, man.
Okay, that is pretty cool, Ted. Oh, good, no hat. Honestly, you look like a special fellow with that hat on.
Well, it's good. He used the special letter.
Like right away.
How special?
Wait. Oh yeah, because Johnny hates it when I say retarded. So I'm not going to do that.
You should have left it
everyone
special.
hates it.
You can't say that word today. You can't
Okay,
say that word.
first of all,
He can learn.
Ooh.
it learns.
It learns.
Is that like the Frankenstein monster?
Yes.
What kind of brain did you get? A Ted something?
Teddy Normal.
No, it was not that. Not that at all. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Silence the phone.
Wait, you don't even do that?
Did it?
I want my phone silent all the time. I never.
Yeah,
really?
I never have it on.
Yeah, because I don't want to answer it.
Yeah.
What's your ringtone, John? Good, bad, the ugly. I had that as my ringtone, the theme song.
What?
Woo, woo, woo. A long time ago, I didn't. I got it. I like
Woo, wait, how did that go again?
the guy who's the it's
I can't do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. That's still pretty good. That's still
Wait,
pretty good.
are you? There's gonna be like 5,000 birds coming, man. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to duck. We're gonna have to shoot ducks now.
Don't you remember practicing that out in the backyard? We used to practice that
Yeah.
whistle all the time.
We did?
Yes.
Oh my God, man! I was a loser. I really was. I can't believe this. I'm like half an idiot.
We're going to find out.
Well, actually,
You're like a third of an idiot.
yeah.
You're 33.3%
Well, yeah.
of an idiot.
Wait, that's what are you? You're less. Wait, no, I'm doing this wrong.
I'm just here to consult. I'm here on a consulting basis.
You're, then I'm paying you as a consultant.
to make sure you're doing your job.
I'm not.
I just assumed he was going to do some sort of fraction
why
of
I'm still-
idiot and then get the numerator and denominator confused about which one's more and which one's less.
I am 11/3 of an idiot. Just so you know, tough guy.
That's so much idiot.
All right, it's
Chock full of
almost
idiot.
almost four full
Chock full
idiots.
of
I like that. Chock full of the idiots. We should have named the show that.
idiocracy.
Chock full of the idiots. Uh-oh, Johnny's dipping into the beers way too soon. Oh, this is going to be
So I'm
terrible.
not actually an idiot. If there's only three of you, you're the thirds.
You're safe.
I'm safe. I'm safe.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
You're in the zone of safety, the circle of trust.
Circle of trust, zone of safety.
You're in
Got it.
Wait, listen, I want you to think about this. You're in Ted's circle of trust right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say fall in my arms. And then you know when you go away to like the corporate camps and they say you get
The trust fall?
the trust fall, and it's like then you just like
Yeah, Teddy, I feel like if we were at a thing and I would be like, all right, let's do the trust fall, you would turn away and go, now? And I would just fall.
I
Yeah.
think you did that to me when we were kids.
No, I was an excellent brother. I didn't. Fake trust falls? Who does? No way. Was that after I saved you from the bears? Yeah. Bear
All the
attack.
men in the family save us from the bears.
Yeah, that's one of the things. After we're done with like a family party, right? The guys will sit down, turn on the football game, and watch for bear, so we can stop the attacks, and the women will clean.
So
Yeah.
we feel really safe while we're
it's
cleaning.
not misogynistic at all.
No, no.
Ted, have you?
It's a family tradition.
Or you're a Mormon.
Wait a minute, Ted. Let me ask you this: have you ever heard of a group of women killing a bear? No, I've heard of a group of men. Yeah.
Have you?
Okay, it'd be more likely a group of men if they could get up off the couch because they ate too much turkey.
What was that?
Tryptophan.
Tryptophan, yeah.
That's
Sleepy
not. I don't.
time.
Is that really a thing?
No, I heard the other day, I don't know where it was, but they said there's so little. It is a thing that tryptophan can do that, but there's so little in turkey, you'd have to eat like 3 turkeys to really impact
Oh, so
it.
a typical Thanksgiving, yeah. Listen, when I was eating meat, I could eat 3 turkeys without even trying.
Now
The
etorphine.
plate.
Now etorphine. That'll
Is
put
that
you
some
on
kind
your
of poison, Ted? Is this where you go into your
Date rape drug.
ass. That's not GHB. Not that I would know what that is. Not that I would know what that is.
You know what that is, Ted? You just said it.
That reminds me of Teddy's favorite pickup line. Does this rag smell like chloroform?
I feel besmirched when you say stuff like that. No, etorphine.
Ooh, nice.
is-
Holy shit! You said that word right.
Besmirched.
Etorphine is you ever see when they dart a lion in the wild, like a lion or a
Yes.
cheetah? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what they use because it's basically 1,000 to 3,000 times more powerful than liquid dilaudid or morphine because they have to drug the lion. But obviously for a
Jesus,
person,
how does
yeah,
a lion not die?
because it's it's like 100% adrenaline. So I mean, you need something.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how many of the chicks that you do that to die? I mean, is it like a 50% thing? Are you just like, oh, she's Dad. I got to get on
That one didn't work.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'd Google it, but I don't know how to spell atropine.
Sound it out.
I know. I'm not sure it's the right pronunciation, though.
Yeah, you know what? I think Teddy's right. You don't want that stuff in your Google search history because you have no idea what you're going to do tomorrow, right? You might just say, "Man, you know what? Teddy had a good idea."
Red flags go up on the FBI.
And it stays in your hard drive, right? That does.
Hey, did you see that?
Thanks
thing?
for the tip.
Did you see that thing in the news yesterday or the day before? They just arrested some woman for murdering her husband. She wrote a blog on how to murder your husband.
Oh yeah, I heard her. She just got convicted.
And then she did it the same way.
I guess so. So she's arrested and in jail.
No,
She's so,
I think
she's
she
so
got
smart.
I think she got convicted. I think she got
Hold on,
convicted. Yeah,
hold on. I thought she changed the names. Wasn't it?
To protect the innocent.
Oh my God! All right, are you guys ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I start the show the same way every time. And I want you to know this. The last show we did 2 weeks ago, because we took a week off, Johnny actually said it right through it. Hey, everybody, welcome to... I could see him mouthing it. I'm thinking, you know what? We got to change things up. I got to keep this fresh. So I've been playing around with some new ideas.
You're going to say 3, 2, 1.
Crazy.
Holy cow. It's mind blowing. $199.98.
You know what?
Hey, everybody.
Ted, no one likes it when you show up sober. No one likes this. Okay, no, but I thought I have some ideas, and I thought I would run them by you guys, and let me know if you think they're good.
No, they're terrible, but go ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
I just
see,
wanted to
pre-calling.
I just wanted to
Johnny-
preview. You were pre-approved.
Do you see how he's mean to me sometimes?
I do, and I do think alcohol's the problem. And he's probably not going to get as drunk as normal because he has 2 ice cubes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, I always give him 2 ice cubes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is this a podcast version of slut shaming coming up? I'm gonna
No. Okay.
You know,
so
that's my brother. You better be nice to him.
she can beat you
I'll
up.
kick your ass.
Wait, you know this? Wait, you know this, man?
Okay. Wait. Hold on a second. Are you ready for the new? I want some new starts. Okay. You ready?
Sure.
Ready? Hey, everybody! It's idiot time. You like
All
it?
right, I like
Okay. Okay.
I don't mind that.
What up, bitches?
Wait, boss bitches or bad bitches?
Oh.
Someone's been
man.
listening to the show.
Yeah, too many. Oh man. See, I would ask, like I normally ask people if they listen, but we all know that she listens.
That was
Okay.
too much pimp overtone on that one. You
Okay.
wanted to drop
Okay.
that one.
Try this one. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Real 3 Idiots
Or
podcast.
Masterpiece Theater.
Yes. So bring a little class.
I like that. It reminds me of the cheese podcast that we love so much.
You know what? You and those cheese people can all 500,000 fucking go fucking blow each other.
Wait, now was that a real thing, or you were just making that up? I forgot.
No, that's a real thing.
Real
Teddy.
thing.
That is a real thing. Yeah, we get beat out only by 490,000 people, 499,000 people, 999. I don't know, every week by people talking about cheese. Yeah,
I love Gouda.
yeah. We know that, Ted. We know that. Okay, try this one. I'm going to kill your family and rape your pets. It's time for the show.
That's the one.
I think that's
There's nothing passive aggressive about that one at all. I'd say yeah.
No, it's not passive. That's aggressive. I'm literally telling you exactly what I'm going to
But
do.
you said it in a very nice way.
Okay, try this one. I'm not gay, but... Wait, that's Ted's line. Sorry.
But if I were,
Well, number one, gay. I mean,
I would be in a
I'd be
room
doing
with Teddy.
this podcast.
gay means happy. What are you guys talking about? Gay means happy.
I like
Yep.
that one. I think
Yeah.
that's what we should
not
do.
the way we talk about you, Ted.
I'm not gay, but if I were, I'd be hosting a podcast.
My preschool was gay time. You love that one. That's a
I can't believe it. That is, you know what? And that is, oh man,
And you know what I hated about that place? I still remember to this day.
they weren't gay.
They made you take a nap at like 11 in the morning. They had like cots out there. Or can you imagine you're a kid and you're wide awake and you're forced to actually lay down?
But that's what they want.
Not with an adult.
Kids
of
I
course.
mean, I'd like to take a nap at 11.
Yeah. Well, now I would right now. Yeah, but just I'm talking when you're 5,
would-
you get some energy. You know, you just
Yeah,
want to be.
I
up
would
and about.
absolutely do that. Okay.
When are the daycare instructors supposed to drink their wine if the kids won't take a nap? For God's sake.
Well, now that I know, that I'm an adult,
you.
I know what's
Thank
going
you.
on. So,
Yeah, Teddy, you hang out with 3-year-olds all day. Well, isn't that what?
Not since the.
Isn't it great that's why? I mean, that's why it's great that marijuana is legal now, right? So they don't have to drink the wine.
That's true.
They can do like this: gummy for you, gummy for you, special gummy for me.
No, I mean-
Actually, this has happened before.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
people.
Not good.
Yeah.
Or if they, if they give me some crushed Xanax and orange juice or something just to put me out a little bit, I would have appreciated that. So
Oh, I thought that's what you had for breakfast every day. Okay.
I'm going to add that to my tips for my own daycare center.
Okay. All right. I think I got one. So I'll go ahead and get started, okay? All right. Welcome to the Real 3 Idiots podcast. Our special guest this week is my sister, Jackie.
Hello.
All right,
Welcome.
Jackie, are you excited to be on the show?
Yes.
No, that's exactly the kind of questioning thing we get from most of our
You
guests.
take the laser with the gun sight off of her now that she's with the little red dot pointing to her now that
What?
she answered
No.
yes.
Who's doing that to me?
Yeah, no. Teddy, I don't have to ask. If you're excited by that stupid smile on your face, it kind of says it all.
No comment.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I expect you to say. All right, Johnny, we are setting a precedent on the show by finally having a woman on. No offense, Ted.
I like it makes it sound like it's an alien species that just showed up. It's just.
I assumed it was for you.
I love it, and I think it was long overdue.
I concur.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
This is cutting edge.
Okay. All right. Teddy, before we get started, since we have a woman on the show, and she is my sister, we're going to need to set some ground rules. Okay? So there are some things you cannot say. Do you understand this? You don't have to write it down. Just remember it. He looked around for a pen. Actually, he probably looked around for a crayon. But, okay, you ready? No blowjob talk. No discussion of threesomes. Please do not talk about your dick or anyone else's dick. And try not to look at my sister in that creepy way you're doing right now.
You just talked about all of those things, actually.
Yeah.
You're going to give her the ick.
Jackie, do those sound like good ground rules?
Yeah, those are pretty good. But there's one more I'd like, is maybe like no bukkake talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I believe that. That's
out.
a deal breaker.
You know what, Teddy? That's right. I do not. My sister does not want to hear you talk about guys jizzing on chicks, okay? So that's out of bounds.
This is true. I do not want to hear that.
Yeah,
So
that's
it-
total.
wait, so is a snowball party the same as the bukkake party? I never knew the difference.
Okay,
John?
did you not? Did you were the worst student of
I
all
said
time.
don't say it, and you said it right away.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to differentiate between.
Jackie-
You don't want to talk about it, you just want to talk about it.
He's
Jackie,
like, in his mind, he's like, these are the topics now.
So talk about dicks, talk about blowjobs, talk about bukkake. Got it.
God, the
You
show
want a pen?
sucked.
Do
I
you
was
want a
limited.
pen? You want to write it down?
I was limited to 4 things. Everything I do had to have a dick in it. Wait, that's
not
kind of-
more.
that's kind of funny.
Dick inside.
Oh man! All right. That is-
Wait. All right. So if your sister's here, we can find out about you as a youngster, Matt.
You know what? I am 100% sure no one wants to hear anything about that. Teddy, you do not want to. The only thing you want to know is if I might have dated Joe DiMaggio or Bernard Randolph, and I did not.
I bet you were a little unruly little cuss, weren't you?
Ooh, that is not what I thought you were just going to say. I'm like, wow, we have a new word on the show.
Exactly.
No, I was very nice.
All right. Well, actually, ask me anything. I'll be brutally honest.
Whoa, brutally. What does that mean, brutally honest? Look, I had a normal childhood. I did not do anything weird or crazy. There was no bedwetting or anything. Yeah.
Yep. No bedwetting.
Okay, there were extremely few episodes of bedwetting.
But you do seem like maybe you were perhaps bullied a lot as a youngster.
John, you are so right. He was actually, unfortunately, the victim of bullying.
That's
By who?
well, it was a very tough guy, and I took care of him.
It was a little girl who lived across the street.
Oh, okay, well, listen. In my defense, she was small, but she
So
could
small.
Yeah,
Tiny.
but she could use words like ninja stars. I mean, she'd throw the words at you, and she knew exactly how to make you cry.
It seems like we hit a little bit of a sore point for Matt.
It's not a sore. You know what? Fuck you guys. It's not a sore point, and my therapist says that I am fine.
Fine.
So she's like
Okay,
the
you're
human-
fine. But how, did you do well in school?
You know what? Fuck you all. I was a scholar, okay?
C's get degrees too.
But listen, all the teachers said nice things about me, so I don't have to worry about C's, Ted.
I think what they said is it was nice when you weren't there, which happened pretty often.
No, that's not true. Listen, this is bullshit. I had excellent attendance, and I think it's time to move on.
Wait. Before we move on, just one last question. Matt always talks about being a ladies' man when he was younger. Is that true?
Kind of, except for that one girl, Jennifer.
All right, time to start the show.
No. Wait. Who's Jennifer? God damn it. Inquiring minds need to know.
Okay, it's just some girl who died in like a mining accident or something. That's all I remember.
No. So here's the story. So she was a girl who became a guy.
Fake news.
So she had a sex change, and all over her Facebook page, she blamed it on the guy she dated when she was in high school. So we pretty much thought it was my brother, Matt.
Okay, damn it. Listen, I'm going to put this to bed once and for all, okay? I did not make Justin, and that's her guy name now, okay? turn into a guy. That was Robbie. And I'll tell you right now,
or Terry.
No, this is guy Robbie. And I'll tell you right now, he's in prison. He's actually in prison right now. It was like for tax evasion or, I don't know, turning women into dudes.
Yeah, because you can go to prison for that.
Listen, you know what? I tell you what. First of all, fuck everybody. And Johnny, next week we're having your sister on, and I bet she's going to tell us that you turned a lot of women into guys.
Time to move on.
All right. I'm going to go. Man, you guys are cruel, man. We're going to have a whole bunch. Oh, man. All right. We're going to do we have our commercial, and then we're going to do Ted's tips for 20s.
Woohoo.
I might repeat something because I'm a repeater. But the good news is we got a sign, so we have a secret sign now. So if I start repeating something,
oh, I know. I say, Ted, you're a fucking idiot. You already did that.
Our sound guy, Best Boy Key Grip, is going to look at me and do this.
He's not going to put Ted is miming like someone's fingering his butthole. Yeah. So listen, if you're ever out with Ted, for everybody who's listening, if you're ever out with Ted and Ted tells you something you've already heard, just do the finger in the circle thing.
That means when he does that, means stop effing the show up. That's what he means.
Wait, hold on, I'm doing it right now. Ted, I've been doing this. I didn't know that. I would have done that for the first 19 shows.
Oh, I thought that's why you need to see a hand surgeon because your finger was so hyperextended there.
All right, and just so you guys know, before I get to commercial, this is show number 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Congratulations.
You're part of it, Ted. You just congratulated yourself.
Just pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
You know what the thing for 20 years is? I believe it's China.
20 years?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
not China, the country.
No.
Oh, shit. I thought we were going to send Ted to China.
Oh, it was like 5 years of silk, right? It's some like 5-year anniversary. Is that what you're
Silk?
talking about?
We're going to have to serve your bourbon in a China,
No.
China teacup.
I'm sure there's some China here.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay. All right. We can do it.
Has anyone ever received an anniversary present like silver, China, silk, or whatever it is? 5 years.
Yeah, we
10
don't
years,
really
20
do
years?
that.
Yeah.
No. I somebody put a flaming bag of dog shit on my porch, but I don't know if that was.
That was me.
Yeah.
That's called a hate crime.
Yeah. Wait, a flaming bag of dog shit isn't a hate crime.
If it's against your brother,
Yeah,
that's just
but
joshing.
still, even if I just randomly did it to a neighbor, I mean, that doesn't say you're whatever, right? I mean, it's just a dog shit.
Lisa was in your bed.
What's written on What's written on the bag? Maybe that's the.
It's on fire. How would I know?
Stomp
Boy,
here.
by the way, everybody, I'm the smart
Stomp
one.
here.
I'm the smart one. She's not. What's on the bag? Oh, You know what I almost forgot to do? I forgot to thank Brian for the last show. He's on here last time. He's an awesome guest, and we did send him a little gift. We sent him over a Grumpy.
He's all about the gifts.
I think he loved it.
And Auntie Amber delivered it in person.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she punched him and said she was only hitting him and don't be a bitch, and then she walks out.
That was probably the best impersonation of someone
Taking
doing
a
a grumpy.
Hey, I can do John Wayne, okay,
Grumpy.
and a Grumpy. That's it. That's the only two I got. All right.
I got one quick one.
Go ahead.
I do Vince Vaughn. It's like, hey, calm down, little buddy. That's a little short one. Hey, little buddy.
That is.
Worst.
Did you practice that?
No.
Oh God! Please tell me that was the first time you did that.
It's the
You'll never
first
do it
time.
again.
First time.
It's like you're a professional impersonator.
Wait,
like Rich
could you
Little.
pick somebody shittier? Vince Vaughn? I mean, what the fuck, man? Who picks Vince Vaughn to do an impersonation of? All right, forget it. Listen,
I appreciate the effort.
Thanks.
Yeah.
okay, you know what? That's not what we do here. We're not nice to each other. Okay, so don't start doing that because if I have to be nice to Ted, this isn't gonna work.
Right.
Okay. Ted, what do you Ted, are you asking for a pen? Ted is miming he wants a pen.
I am now.
Okay. All right, here, hold on a second, folks. I'm going to give Ted a pen, and I'm going to go ahead. There it is, flying across the table. I'm going to read the commercial, and while I'm doing that, I'm assuming he's going to write down his Ted's tips for 20s. So take your expectations and lower them about, I don't know, submarine level. Okay?
Grumpy level.
All right. Are you looking for something fun to do this summer? Try Paul Pierre's Porn Park. All of your favorite porn turned into fun rides and attractions. The octopus will let you and 7 of your favorite friends enjoy an upside-down octopus ride. See a 60-foot vagina when you take a spin on the Devil's Wheel. Fellas, you can blow your load in the cosmos on the Space Shot. You won't want to miss the Miami trip. This 4D Sensorama will take you on an immersive and interactive weekend trip to Miami, including the penicillin shot at the end. It's the only ride in the world where you can catch herpes. And you can't skip Ted's favorite ride. It's a small world. A look at famous people with notoriously small penises.
And yet effective ones. Don't forget that.
Small
People
but
are
effective.
Ted. People are paying for this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, this summer, make it a fun-filled porn stravaganza. Go to Paul Pierre's Porn Park, and don't forget Tuesdays are 2 for 1 if you're both wearing a ball gag.
It's nice, though I think you hit on all the forbidden topics in that.
What? No, I said Ted can't talk about him.
Oh, okay. Then
That
it's
that was
fine.
basically me saying to Ted, "Don't talk about that stuff."
I've been listening to Matt say all these things since I was a child, so, you know.
And then one last.
So she's extremely
I
bored.
learned
and disinterested.
I learned the bad words right away, Ted.
You made me flashback there. There used to be a punk bar. I won't say its name on North and Wells. Women chained to the bar. On
Oh, yeah.
Tuesdays, drink for free.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd handcuff yourself.
So
to
is
the
that
bar.
like some
Dude, what was the name of that?
Exit?
The exit. I've been there several times. There was so many snakes, it was very hard to walk through.
Oh, tell me you didn't drink for free.
It was All Hallows Eve, so it was really interesting.
Oh, man.
People
that
in
is trippy.
cages all over,
Yeah.
and
No, that place was
So
insane.
it's like some type of like dom subculture thing, right?
It's
Is
a
that
punk-
what that is?
It's a punk bar.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it was that. It was like they were that into it, but it was some weird ass shit.
So leather
Really
mask with
dark.
a zipper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all gothic, like goth.
Yeah,
Goth.
yeah. All right,
Punk.
Ted, you're stalling.
I like
Are
saying
you
goth.
ready for? Are you ready for Ted's tips for
Yeah,
20s?
and I do. And but here's the thing: if I screw this first one up, if you give me that look like I've said
First
this
one.
10 times, I got Plan B, so it's okay. It's all good.
Plan B.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Pregnant.
Okay,
He's pregnant.
Teddy, take the pill now. Save us all. All right, are you guys ready?
Ready?
Okay.
Yep.
You ready?
Teddy's got some tips. That is what they are. He wrote them down this time. How can they be wrong? Learn and grow with Ted to a higher place. Put down your phones and get ready. Uh-huh. Ted's got some tips for your 20s. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good one, guys. I know that song. What's that? Castles in the Sun. or
Islands
something?
in the-
Islands
in the stream.
Islands.
Castles
That's Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, right? Dolly
Fists
Parton,
in
right?
your butt.
Islands in the Sky or something. Like that?
Islands in the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolly
Yeah.
Parton and
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers, who we
Castles
found
in the
out
sky, whatever.
he's
Yeah.
dead.
Whatever we're going to call it.
She's alive.
Kenny Rogers is dead though.
Yeah, you know what? No. I'm almost 100% sure Dolly Parton might look alive, but I'm almost 100% sure she's dead.
Wait, hasn't she been married to the same guy? Hasn't she been
Recently inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she's been married to the
Yep.
same guy for like 50 years. Like you've never seen the guy. His name's like Carl. He's like Carl. Like he's just some average
Carl's Jr.?
Carl's Jr.
she almost lost him to Jolene, but
There's like one photo of him in like 50 years. Like when he's like, there's like a grainy photo of him from like 19.
Well, he was hiding behind her tits.
65.
He was standing behind her tits the entire time, Ted. You couldn't see it.
Which
He was
Which
just,
tit?
he was
Which
just
tit?
a little man hiding behind
Which tit?
the right one.
it's always
No,
bigger.
the wrong one. The wrong one. Okay. All right, Teddy. Do it.
Okay.
Ted's tips for 20s.
So okay, stop me if I said this before because we
Stop.
This is our 20th episode, so I could be wrong, but this might be worth repeating. So anyway, the tip this week is don't take your parents' advice.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
my
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you said that because now I got Plan B. Plan B.
I actually said this was the one I thought you were going to say, and I was going to give
Yeah.
you some different advice.
It's like you have ESPN.
Yes, I do have ESPN.
That's my joke, you son of
no,
a...
that's my father-in-law's joke. He goes, I got that ESPN. I can tell what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's like the Green Bay Packers sweep. We all know it's coming. We just can't stop it, right?
You mean like the tight end from the Green Bay Packers, Chimura? Yeah. Okay, Ted, please go to Plan B and tell us something. Tell those kids something they don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask your boss a question.
Don't ask for a raise.
Yeah. No.
There's a lot of don'ts in this.
Yeah.
Learn how to drive stick.
Drive stick. You might need it. Yeah. So the going back to the tip from before, when you ask your boss a question and they answer your question with a question, that means your boss is a fucking idiot.
We learned that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
We learned that.
guaranteed.
Thank you, Ted.
You
Okay.
don't know
Hands
that?
down.
Ted, you.
I expected you to know that.
Ted, I know that because I sat here when you told us, please go to Plan B.
Okay. Plan B. Don't be a hothead.
Ooh, okay.
And what that means is, we were alluding to earlier, you can't go through life in a civilized society, unfortunately, because we live in a very hypersensitive society with very sensitive people who might have had a lot of bad days. Yeah. So
Do you need a hug?
we're not one of those people. But here, I'll give you an example. So I was leaving work one time, and I was driving wherever I was driving to. And
hold on. A strip club. Let's just say it's a strip. Yeah.
Or Taco Bell.
probably Taco Bell. It's like
Arby's.
It's like 2 in the afternoon. Arby's is great, by the way. So, but actually, Arby's just came out with a burger, and I heard the burger's not good.
It's an impossible burger.
They're not burgers. There's a million places to get burgers.
I think they boil it. They boil the burger.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, it's it's.
Do they shit on it right afterwards?
No, because they don't have the equipment to make the burger like a regular burger. It's not like
because they don't make hamburgers.
What equipment do you need to make a burger?
It's not like Five Guys or
you need a flipper.
Burger.
You need a flipper. If you don't have a spatula, how can you make a hamburger?
It's not like Five Guys or a Smash Burger where they just don't have the.
I've never been to either one.
They don't have the wherewithal.
Nope, me neither.
The wherewithal
to make a burger.
The follow through.
correctly.
You know what you need to make a good hamburger? Spatula and follow through.
And the wherewithal.
And a guy with and a guy with a paper in and out hat. The guy with the paper in and out hat.
That's important.
Yeah.
Oh, I have had it.
By the way, I've been in and out, and honestly, I was not impressed.
Then you did it wrong, Ted. You did it wrong.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, it was like 120 degrees, of course, because they're all in Vegas, right? They're all out west.
Yeah,
California.
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah.
I did enjoy In and Out. It wasn't like a out of body experience. I did enjoy it, but to
Very
maybe
messy.
back up your point, my daughters, they were little. Their favorite part of our whole trip to California were the In and Out Burger T-shirts that we got them. So
Yeah. So you know what? In and Out Burger.
Wow. Great dad.
right?
Daddy, can we get a dog? I got you a goddamn T-shirt. I get in a fucking car.
In and Out Burger is like the Zsa Zsa Gabor of burger joints. It's like famous for just being famous, but when you actually go in there, it's like it's a nothing burger.
A reference.
Have you been in Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Nothing burger.
Oh my God.
That might be the title of the show.
You've been in Zsa Zsa Gabor.
It was like the Dust Bowl of the 1940s.
Wait,
What are you
Come on,
implying?
man. Teddy, there were a lot of guys. She banged a lot of dudes. She had to be good at it. Teddy, she had to be good at it. I mean, you're saying guys just took a swing at her because she's Zsa Zsa Gabor and
Wait, was she in Green Acres?
That might have been the sister.
I think that was
Ava
her
Gabor.
sister.
Yeah, I think it was her sister.
Okay.
Can you? Nobody
Zsa
can tell
Zsa
the
was too
difference.
high class.
Yeah.
Highbrow.
Highbrow.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah. Her name was Zsa Zsa.
Lots of references that no one understands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're all on Google right now checking it out. They've just been re-referenced.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Or they just don't care.
Yeah. All right, Ted, continue, please.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, I left work. It's a nice day, and I'm a responsible driver, so I'm in a hurry to get where I'm going as usual. So and this is like the North Shore of Chicago, which is kind of like a hoity-toity nice area, And so
Wow, you are just wording it up, bro.
I passed this guy. I'm assuming it was a guy. Well, I found out it was a guy afterwards. I had a turn signal and everything. Had to turn. It's like one of those lanes where it's like the right lane, but it merges, so the right lane ends. So I sped up just to get in front of him. Didn't cut him off at all. I mean, 3 car lanes in front of him. This guy literally not only followed me because we're going the same way. He was a grown man screaming at the top. I mean, I had my windows up. I could hear him screaming at the top of his lungs. I was actually impressed by that because I've actually never screamed at the top of my lungs. So I don't even think I could physically do that. And he did this for, I want to say, like 5 minutes straight. And the funny thing is,
Screaming at you?
Screaming at me, yeah, because
on the highway.
No, not the highway, just like a regular road before we get to the highway. Yeah, and so and he was driving a nice car, like a Mercedes. So he's probably,
so just cut him off.
Yeah, no.
It's the rule of the nicer car.
So I'm saying he's probably a middle-aged white guy who's like a middle manager somewhere with a wife and kids who just completely lost control of his faculties.
yeah.
Yeah. And so the funny thing is, like, I didn't even look at him, and that's funny. I didn't even engage him. And for 5 minutes straight, he literally, like, and of course we had to like stop at the same light every time. So he's like right next to me, and I had the windows up, and literally, picture screaming at the top of your lungs as hard as you can for 5-10 minutes straight. I mean, how physically hard is that?
Listen, I was on the way to work, and I watched a woman. Her and another guy were kind of cutting each other off.
Yeah.
I watched a woman, I don't know, mid-30s. We're 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We stop at a light. I'm like 2 cars behind. She gets out of her car and goes up to the window of this guy and starts beating on the window, and she's screaming. It's 7:30 in the morning. I don't even know. How early do you have to wake up to be that mad that early? And she's screaming at this guy, and all I'm thinking is one of two things is going to happen. Either she's going to pull out a gun, or he, and I would have to, if the cops come, I'm like, yeah, she was fucking crazy. And she just stood there. And the cars went, and everybody just went around, right? And she's still screaming. He had to go around her, and then she jumped in her car and sped off. And I'm like looking at this behind my thing. I'm like, man,
Not worth it.
No, you're so angry.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not a road rage advocate, of course, but I'm saying if I was,
So Ted's
Are there road rage advocates?
actually, but I'm saying,
you know what? I'm against road
Actually,
rage.
here's a good road rage tip. Never get out of your car. That's like, getting out of your car is like getting out of like a sheet of like armor, right? I mean, you're in a 2,000-pound, 4,000-pound vehicle, and now you've just gotten out of a car, going up to somebody that you don't know who it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but unless you're in the Pope Mobile, if they got a gun, you're
Plexiglass all around.
So let me get this.
You did not see Ted's new car?
So let me get this straight. You're going to commit a felony in broad daylight in front of thousands of witnesses on the road, and then you think you're going to get inside your car and drive away and hide, right? And no one's going to steal your license plate. No one's going to triangulate that shit with video cameras in the area.
Teddy, you're not paying attention to the news, man.
I was
I think
just gonna
everybody's
say, it's
doing
happening
that.
all the time.
Every day, there's someone's
Every
killing
day.
someone and
Yep,
then going
they've got
to jail.
it on video and can't find the person.
Yeah.
Which is actually amazing, right? You can't find the person. They're like, right?
They'll find him.
I mean, they'll
Believe
find him.
me,
Yeah.
they'll find him. Okay, so that's it, Teddy. You said don't get upset.
Yeah, just
Don't be a hothead.
Yeah, just maintain your composure. It's not that big a deal. And actually, you know what I noticed too? This is maybe an overgeneralization, but people who have miserable lives are always in more of a hurry. You ever notice? I noticed that. Think about it. People who have shitty jobs, shitty lives, they're always in a hurry to get somewhere. I mean, here, example. Do you think a guy? I apologize, but do you think a guy who's about to get a blow?
Apologize to my sister.
Do you think a guy?
You are not allowed to say that word. I know what's coming.
Do you think a guy who's about to get the best oral sex of his life by the hottest chick in the world is in a hurry to go anywhere? No, he has a tea time at Medina.
Bullshit! I'm on my way to go get a blowjob. I mean, I'm driving. Ted, maybe everyone who's driving like a maniac is on their way to get a blowjob.
The only guy who's mad is the guy who's about to start his third shift at the factory at the quality. That's the only guy who's pissed off.
Now, if I'm driving to work, I drive super slow. Yeah. But if I'm on my way to a really great orgy, I'm driving as fast as I can.
He's incentivized.
What if it's just a medium orgy?
He's incentivized. He's incentivized.
No, a medium orgy, I'll drive medium. Yeah.
I can get kind of road ragey. I'm gonna try and.
Are you that?
I'm going to try and salvage Ted's tips, and I'll say this. Some constructive feedback. I find that if I go into my car and mentally prepare myself, let's just drive casually, as opposed to getting in your car and just going. But if you sort of put yourself in that frame of mind, all right, I'm just going over here to the store, doesn't matter, then I'm fine. But if I'm in a hurry, if I kind of don't think about it, I can kind of get a little frustrated.
No, that makes sense.
Do you actually say something to the people?
No,
I just yell in my car, you're such a fucking idiot.
You know
what I mean?
That's your inside voice. That's your inside voice.
Well,
it's your outside voice.
It's inside of my car where people can't hear it.
It's your safe space.
Yeah, I won't like get out or say anything, but under my breath.
Okay, so
whatever.
So here's a good simple tip. So have you ever seen somebody like an older person driving a really super nice car, like a Bentley or something? Are they ever speeding in a hurry? No, they're driving super slow
because they're chauffeurs.
They're not. They're the Uber driver?
Ted, because they can't. They have no idea what's happening around them.
Exactly.
If they went any faster, they'd crash.
They're trying to hurry. Well, that's the brings me to another thing. Why do always the worst drivers have the nicest cars? You ever notice that? I'm not going to go in. I mean,
no.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them, yeah. All right, Teddy, are you
saying that Chinese women all have nice cars?
I didn't say that.
My God, that is. You know what? That is the most racist and true thing ever. I don't understand how all Asian people drive so shitty.
How much blinker you need to go across 6 lane of traffic? None. Okay, good luck, everybody else.
I'm hitting the edit button right now.
Yeah.
So wait, our mom was not Chinese, and she was the worst driver ever.
Oh my, that is. So this is funny. My mom never got on the highway, right? So
Ever. Well,
I'm
one time with me.
I'm old enough to drive now, but she's driving. Okay, we're getting on the highway, and she's going down the ramp, and she pulls off to the side and turns to me and screams, "How am I supposed to merge if you don't tell me if I can get on the highway?"
And you were 5.
No, I was old enough to drive because
He was a big 5.
Yeah, because I said to her, I said, what are you even talking about? I said, but here's the choice. I said, I'm going to get out and walk home, or we can switch seats and I can drive because I'm never going to be in the car with you again. Yeah.
I had the same exact experience, except she just kept driving and going, "Tell me if I can merge. Tell me if I can merge." I was like, "There's no one coming."
She was a weapon. She was a weapon.
That might have been a little disconcerting.
It was
a little disconcerting.
It was like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the winter when it's kind of starting to get dark. And I was talking to my mom, and she wanted to pick something up. I'm like, "Yeah, come over. Feel free." She goes, "I can't come now." I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "It's dark out. She can't.
It's dark time.
She can't drive in dark time.
You're gonna turn into a werewolf."
Oh my God! All right, so, okay. So can we move on now? I mean, we've made fun of people. We were being really mean.
Yeah.
You don't need my
Don't
permission.
be a hothead.
You don't need my permission to move on. Just do it. I'm not your mother. Move on.
See, this is
We got angry Ted today.
yeah. Ted, normally, if my sister wasn't sitting here, I would say the magic words that I love to say. Ted, my mom's dead, so I can't do that. Yeah.
Well, my mom's almost dead, so gotcha.
Yeah. No, you should see when people say something like that, and I just go, oh, my mom this, they go, oh, my mom this and my mom that. They tell a fun story, and I just go, hi, my mom's dead. And they look at me and go, why would you say that? I go, well, I just wanted you to know that I don't have any fun stories. Because my mom's...
Yeah, and Mother's Day
It's
sucks.
just me and Matt at this point.
And Mother's Day sucks, by the way. So go ahead. You can move on.
Yeah, it does for you, mother. All right. So by now we all know that Madison Cawthorn will soon be rolling around in a Walmart in North Carolina, telling customers about the great deals in women's lingerie, right?
Yep.
But we all know that his message, like his dark MAGA message, right?
Yeah.
And when I heard that, this is what it reminded me of, okay? You guys remember the Star Wars movie where Anakin Skywalker starts freaking out, right? And he starts crying. He says everything's going to go to shit right before he becomes Darth Vader, and he gets all weird, right? And he has a little hissy fit, and he turns to the dark side, and he swears revenge. And it was a really weird part of the movie. That's exactly what it reminded me of, because he said, listen, he goes, it's time for the rise of the new right. It's time for the dark MAGA to truly take command. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this.
You said the rise of the Third Reich.
Turn to the dark side.
You said the third Reich or the dark right.
The dark,
because it kind of rhymes.
It totally. Listen, go back and watch that movie, the one where he actually turns into Darth Vader when he's like a little bitch. Like, and I never understood that. Wasn't that girl the princess? Wasn't she like 15, 20 years older than him? I mean, wasn't he a little kid when they met? She was, but she seemed like he was a little kid. Like, I didn't get that part, but listen, watch that, and it's the exact same thing.
Which Star Wars is that? Like Star Wars Episode 5, 7?
I don't know, it's one of the shitty ones.
Revenge.
Don't get anything wrong because
Revenge of the
people will
Jedi
go
Pods,
insane.
Revenge of the Jedi Pods, or
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's.
Yeah, and I can just say this. I like The Mandalorian, but all the rest of that stuff can just fucking blow up. That was all terrible. The rest of it's just terrible. Okay, here, I need a woman's perspective on this, okay?
Ted?
Hey,
I acquiesce to you.
you want some pro advice?
Listen, so I'm going to ask this question. How do you know you're a shitty person? How would you know? Like, what's the thing that you know? How would you like, yep, I'm a shitty person. How would you know that? What do you think?
Well, number one, let me tell you something. Even though you're not asking me per se because you're asking for a woman's advice.
No, he was asking you per se.
Well, you were looking at me the whole time. So, okay. So, the funny thing is most shitty people, as you may or may not know, don't know that they're shitty people.
Right.
So here's the funny thing. So, like, for example, I know when I'm kind of being a jerk, okay? But a real jerk
Like
doesn't...
when you're talking? Sorry. I'm sorry, Ted. Ted's actually...
it's funny. I feel where he's going right now. So.
You know what? If I had any tear ducts like Amber Heard, I'd be crying right now.
Is that true? She has no tear ducts. Teddy told me this the other day. He goes, Amber Heard has no tear ducts, and I go, well, she just has extra shit glands.
She's a learning.
was crying
She's a learning computer.
John, can you look it up on your phone?
It's not the tumor. She was crying on the thing, right?
Yeah. But listen, I can tell you this, truthfully, Teddy is one of the nicest people I have ever met. He is absolutely one of the nicest people. He's one of the most fucked up and weird people I've ever met, but he's one of the nicest people ever. So how do you know you're a shitty person?
So, well, number one, that's a trick question because the people the people who are shitty people don't know that they're shitty because, like I said, I know when I'm being a jerk, but someone who's a real jerk doesn't know they're being a jerk.
But why do you know? That's the question. Why do you know that?
Because you're not a jerk. You're just having a bad moment. You're having a bad.
Well,
day.
here, I can tell you how you know you're a shitty person.
Okay.
The former Philippines president, Rodrigo Duterte, tells everyone, you are and I quote, a bigger piece of shit than he is. Okay? no, listen, it's true. Duterte, he killed almost 6,000 people in 6 years. Okay? So that's 1,000 people a year. That's basically 3 people a day. Yeah. Is what he did. Okay?
Extrajudicial killings, by the way, right? Right. Just
And he came out and he said Putin was worse than him.
I was just going to say he's getting up to Putin level.
Yeah.
Right?
No, actually, my favorite story is so that actually I bring the Saudi Golf League that Prince Mohammed bin Salam, who's only like 37 by the way, but I guess he's worth like billions. But so they accused him of sanctioning the murder of that journalist Jihad Khashoggi guy, and here's his response. He goes he's not even my top 1,000 people to assassinate.
Yeah, Teddy, that was your homework
that's a good one.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago we talked about this, and I gave you a homework of coming up with 1,000 people you wanted to assassinate.
That was pretty good, but I'm saying he's not even worth. He was like 1,001. So of course he didn't do it. So I agree with him.
All right. Well, Duarte thinks Putin is a piece of shit because he killed the elderly and children. And then Duarte was reminded that he killed the elderly and children, but he said he did it by accident. Yeah. It wasn't.
He just didn't mean to.
No, I mean, haven't we all killed some elderly people?
I mean, if there's intent, it's different.
Oh, so when I accidentally ran that elderly guy over because I was on my phone, that was fine?
Apparently.
Okay. So I don't want to bring the house down, but we all know what happened in Texas with the shooting, right? Okay. Now, follow me with this because I think I have an answer, and it might be a little unprecedented, but I'm going along with everyone else, more guns might be the answer. And here's why, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. In the Wild West, everyone had guns, and there was like no violence or crime, if I remember, right? No one ever...
No. Nobody ever died.
Nope. No one ever did anything. They just kind of sat around, they drank, they played cards, they went hookers.
Unless they got shot in the back of the head.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, Ted, because everyone had guns, so they didn't have that crime.
So wait, so what if there's a guy comes into the school and the teacher has a gun and the shooter has a gun and they agree to a duel?
Right?
They're going to agree.
Right? Like Hamilton.
Hamilton and Burr?
Yeah.
Who won that duel, by the way?
Hamilton died, dude.
Yeah.
You got that wrong last week.
Yeah, I know.
No, I said who won. I didn't say who. I wasn't sure who won.
You over and over said that Burr got shot by Hamilton.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, I have seen the
And his
play
son
several
died.
times.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Defending him.
But I
Ted,
know you're
Ted
being.
just drew a picture of an anus. I'm pretty sure just drew a picture of an anus.
I know you're being sarcastic, and
What?
and I just want to just throw that out there. So the state with the most guns, Texas.
Right.
The state with the most gun deaths, Texas. Occam's razor. Simple.
Wait a minute. There's
math.
no relationship there. They have more guns, John. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to level out, and they'll have less deaths because they have more guns.
They want to regulate.
How are they going to protect themselves?
They want to regulate the doors on schools now. Only one door.
They want man traps.
You know,
they're called. Listen,
so
they're
that the
called
first
man
graders
traps.
can go in the same door as the eighth graders because that's safe.
That's not good.
No. I love that it's called a man trap. Like women don't have the right to shoot people. That's bullshit, man.
That's not right.
And what about people who have changing genders? Yeah, that doesn't
Jennifer?
make sense to me.
Justin, sorry.
Matt's first crush.
Listen, I don't care what her Facebook page says. That was not me.
I didn't know that story.
So yeah. So now listen. In Texas,
All true.
You know what? Yeah, everybody
Not
celebrate
welcome
my
back. Not
everybody
welcome
celebrate
back.
my sister's last time on
You
the show.
must have done a real number. What you didn't go to the prom with him, her?
Them.
You know what, Ted? I went to a lot of proms. So in your face,
A lot?
okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody shut the fuck up. All right. So what the morons in Texas are saying is they want to give guns to teachers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I were a teacher, giving me a gun would be a galactic terrible mistake. I mean, listen. Number one, I would lose it. Number two, I would probably drop it. And number three, I'd probably use it as a pencil. Yeah.
And let me just advocate once again. There were tons of cops sitting outside with guns. It's like, and they were highly trained, and they didn't have the sense to go in there. So a teacher who's not been fully trained, and maybe they'll get watch some web thing or something. How are they supposed to, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
It's just ridiculous.
so we're asking,
and they don't have body. Here's the thing: they're coming in with AK-47s, and they're got a handgun.
So
and no body armor?
So give the teachers AK-48s.
And body armor.
Whatever it takes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
47, 48, whatever it
210,
takes.
220.
Whatever it
I'm
takes.
not a gun expert, but here's what I know.
Yeah.
If you have a gun and I have a gun and I have the gun like out in front of you and your gun is in your holster, I win.
Oh, that's
Not
that is
if
that
not
awesome
if the guy
movie.
has body armor on.
No, that is that awesome movie. The one with John Travolta where they making movies, and the one guy, a mob guy has a gun. He's pointing at him, and the other guy raises his coat, and he goes, "That's a gun, right?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Were you a quick draw artist or something?" And he's holding the gun right in his.
So that's my pet peeve, and we'll get off this because I will get road rage on this. But almost every movie, people are standing around in a circle with guns drawn. And there's that like moment of silence or whatever, stillness, and then they all just run away, and people start shooting, and no one gets fucking hit, and it drives me out of my mind.
Not the Good, Bad, the Ugly.
So are you?
No.
Are you hoping everyone
that was
dies?
a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. The Good, Bad, the Ugly. The Mexican standoff at the end. The
Oh,
cemetery with the gold.
yeah.
But they're not guns drawn.
Lee Van
They're just
Cleef.
ready to draw.
Yeah, but they're ready to draw. So yeah.
Okay, so more guns is a dumb idea. How about this? hand grenades. No. If every teacher had one hand grenade, you wouldn't have to. I mean, you wouldn't have to quick draw it. You could just be like. Whoosh,
but what keeps them from using that on like that one kid that drives them crazy?
Nothing. That's so hand grenades really come in handy. Yeah. I'm going to listen. I need another dozen hand grenades. Thank you.
Write that down, Ted. Good option. Hand grenades.
How about a dozen? Bazooka.
Okay. So I know it's. I'm going to leave you with one thought. I just want to get this out. Here's what I'm going to say. If some motherfucker walked into the Senate, okay, and started killing all the piece of shit lawmakers, I bet you in a heartbeat they would have a law that would stop people from having guns, okay? And I'll do it one better. If Ted Cruz's kids or Attorney General Ken Paxton from Texas, if his kids were in a school that got shot up and they got shot up, I'll bet you dime to a dollar that everything would be different.
You know, here I'll do you one better. The only time the Senate or Congress will act about anything is when there's a threat to their power.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Like Capitol, that January 6th Capitol, right? Yeah. They got together real fucking quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pardon the French. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's when they're really worried. Yeah. But if it's just like if it's a threat to their perceived power,
yeah,
that's when they all get together as a team. You know. And seriously, as people, we disagree about a lot of things. But here's I always thought about this, like, you know, you're never going to have, no matter who the president is, or, you know, people are always going to be disagreeable with you no matter what, right?
Right.
But if some fucking aliens came from a different planet and said we're going to enslave the entire population, I guarantee you everybody, the Jews and Palestinians, whatever tribes in Africa would get together and say, yeah, this is fucking scary.
So that's what we need to unify everybody.
We need to have an alien invasion.
Alien invasion.
Yeah, I think Ted has kind of rallied for this a couple of times already on the show. A good alien invasion.
It saves everything. Saves humanity.
I'll just sum up real quick, and this is succinct. In 20...
What did you say, was succulent?
I've got a lot of succulents.
In the year 2000...
Hey, okay, come on. That's, you know what? If it was your sister, I would be all over that, okay?
You know, it's like hentai porn right there. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Talking about the plants.
Yeah, whatever.
In the year 2000, which was only 22 years ago, in the year 2000, they had a poll, is it more important to protect our gun rights or protect the use of guns? And 38% of Republicans said it's more important to protect their gun rights. So in other words, 62% were like, yeah, we need to protect ourselves from guns. Republicans said that. And now, today, it's 80% Republicans say we got to protect our gun rights. It's just political garbage that they're spewing and picking up.
It is, for sure.
Yeah,
they don't.
All right, so we're moving on. Guys, good news. I told you Trump is back on Twitter. And yes, yeah. Well, no, that's
a good thing. I mean,
10 years.
What I should say.
Yeah, we got 10 years of stuff. Yeah. Mr. I know think recently tweeted that he believes there's going to be a civil war in the United States. The man who is going to run for president believes there's going to be a civil war.
But here's the funny thing: I actually said that like 25 weeks ago before we even started the episode. And when Trump got elected president, I said I used the term civil war. When Elon Musk said we can't have leaders that were 80 years old, I said that like weeks before he did.
And is Trump going to be the commander-in-chief of the South?
Listen,
Republican?
Listen.
He's the new Jefferson Davis.
But we're thinking that there's just two groups. I'm thinking 4 or 5. I'm thinking there's got to be like 4 or 5 different groups at least. Okay, now listen. I saw this.
The she's, the thems, the theys. Sorry.
Listen, and we respect everyone, no
we
matter.
All like them.
Yeah,
they're all inclusive.
Yeah.
The others.
Penist, no penist. Yeah, whatever you have. We don't want it. No. Listen, but I saw this awesome soccer game, and my sister, soccer fan, okay? It's a big circle, and there's 4 teams playing, and they all have a goal, and there's 4 teams, and you just kick it at anybody's goal except your own. Let's do that with a civil war.
I like that.
Yeah, let's do that with a civil war. So we just have like 10 different sides, and everybody just fighting against everybody. So instead of just like left and right and north and south, we just have everybody fighting against everybody. It'd be awesome.
Just pick our best players.
And then whoever's last man or last person standing.
Yes, last person standing. Now, the only thing I want is I would like to be on the team with green uniforms, and I want pictures of hot chicks on them just to remind me what I'm fighting for. Okay? Yeah. Something that's important to me.
Oregon hot chicks.
Oregon hot chicks. Yeah. My ducks.
Stem our ducks.
Have you ever been to Oregon?
No, Ted.
I've never physically been to the Pacific Northwest. I've never been to Washington State. I've never been to Oregon. I've never been to like Northern California.
I have not, but I am going. My plan is to go to a Ducks game and see a Ducks game. So, yeah,
All right.
I'm going. Okay. Do you guys know the name Anna Sorokin?
Yes,
course I do.
Yeah, the fake Harris.
Yes, the fake heiress. Okay. So, no, and I'm always confused. Does heiress just mean you're waiting around for your parents to die so you can become rich? Is that what that
Yes.
means?
So
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. So, obviously she got busted.
Like Paris Hilton, right? She's
Yeah.
an heiress, right?
So she scammed a bunch of people out of like $250,000.
Her motto was like, "You bitches are so basic."
They actually
Basic
made a-
bitches.
they actually made a movie about her already. Like, and the woman who played that Anna Sorkin, she looked just like her. It was pretty.
Yep.
Well,
Netflix.
She's hot, right? She's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She's
her
the girl from Ozark.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
that-
weird. Her
Yeah.
accent's so
Yeah.
different.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So her lawyer said, so she was just on trial, okay? And her lawyer said she was just trying to fake it till she until she could make it, right? But now she's going to be kicked out of America.
Yeah, she's in ICE custody right now.
Yeah, she's going to be kicked out of America. Now, here's what she says. She shouldn't be kicked out because she says her friends and her support structure are here. And if she gets kicked out and goes back to Germany, she doesn't have another person to pretend to be. So she's kind of fun.
Aw.
You don't
Germany
know.
slash,
Fuck.
I think she might actually be Russian.
They were sending
I
her
think she
back
was
to
both, yeah.
Well, if she's
Yeah.
Russian, they're sending her back
I mean,
to
at least
Germany
according
because
to the 10
Yeah.
episodes I watched on Netflix.
She's just killing time until her funeral.
She's trying to figure it out.
She could pretend to be
all Russian
no,
women.
No, actually,
Oh.
she could take the identity of Ava Braun, Hitler's mistress.
Oh, Russian
Ah,
girls dream
it took
of their.
so long for Hitler to come up.
It was like I'm behind the curve. It took me an
Yeah.
hour. It took me like 40 minutes.
50
Yeah.
minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, so
We
this
had
is,
a wager on that, Ted, you know.
so speaking of Russia,
I know you got a lot of side bets on this one.
Oh, yeah.
speaking of Russia, this is kind of cool. McDonald's is selling all of its stores in Russia.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yes.
Yes, and they're going to be rebranded, and instead of the golden arches, it's just going to be Putin's golden balls. Yeah, that's all they're going to have.
Well, I heard he has cancer. I don't know what type of cancer.
Everything
Well,
cancer.
I didn't know he was 70. He's actually 70 years old. I didn't know that. He looks like. I mean, he looks decent, but I think.
Wait,
did you know Putin?
Ted, you needed to start this sentence with "I'm not gay," but
Did you know Putin has 13 doctors that follow him around at all times? 13.
That's an unlucky number.
that's
His oncologist, his urologist, his proctologist,
Ooh,
wow.
his
that's pretty good.
gastroenterologist.
That's
So much
probably
butt
mo-
talk.
his
That's what you say,
his
Teddy. How do you know all
nephrologist?
that?
Epidemiologist,
Nephrologist.
dermatologist,
Nephrologist?
the kidney doctor.
the brain.
What?
Nephrolo-
How do you know?
Nephrologist.
Nephrologist.
I forgot.
Right,
Don't
got
ask.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so each restaurant will now serve only Putin's favorite foods. Okay, which right now include antibiotics, stem cells, and a very delicious human growth hormone and bacon sandwich.
Oh, well
Anything's
done.
good with bacon.
That was
Everything's good with bacon.
Yeah, even human growth hormone. Okay,
That was
so
impressive.
this story to me seemed kind of strange, but it makes sense when you think about it. Okay, Elon Musk was accused of showing his junk to his stewardess on his private plane.
Heard
You
about
guys-
that?
I
Heard
knew
about
he
that,
was
yeah.
a piece of shit.
Yeah. And then he
that's-
said that's a left wing smear because as soon as he came out and said I hate liberals, that's when that story came out for the first
That's
time.
what
And
everyone-
he basically said, "Yeah, so there you go."
Yeah.
That's when everyone who abuses or does something to a woman they go to the right, where they can get their little support group to surround them and comfort them and take
in
them
his
in.
defense, he does not have stewardesses. He has prostitutes, and they love seeing his junk.
Nobody calls them stewardesses, by the way.
What is that not a thing?
Flight
No.
attendant.
Flight
attendants.
attendant.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
It'd be gender neutral.
yeah. You know what? I can call Ted a brain surgeon. It doesn't mean it's true. Okay, so here's what was weird. Okay, even though he denied showing his space rocket to the young
space
lady,
junk?
yeah, he gave her $250,000. Yeah, and I believe this was "don't tell anyone how small my dick is" money.
For sure.
Right? Because if he had like a Lyndon Johnson trouser monster, he'd be like, "Here's $50. Go tell the whole world what's going
You're
on."
saying Lyndon Johnson, the president who was right after JFK, for those who don't know, had a large.
You know this.
Wait.
No, I didn't
No.
know that.
No.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, I never heard it. This is the first time I'm hearing
We
it.
talked about this.
I don't recall.
Teddy, okay, listen, everybody, this is no gag. Teddy, first of all, has no idea what he says on the show. Number two, he never listens to the show, so he has no idea what's happening. Okay? That is awesome.
Wait, so Lyndon Johnson, the president after JFK, who got sworn in on the flight after.
Are you kidding me? This is so unreal. No one
He
believes
used to
it.
show it to
Had
people.
a big penis.
He used to show it to people.
Okay.
So, Teddy, do you know that people don't believe when you do shit like this? People come up to me like, man, you and Teddy sound, it so much sounds like Ted has no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, no, motherfucker, Ted has no idea what we're talking about. He does not know what was said.
No, it really sounds that way.
Man, Teddy should be on Ozark, man. He's a really good actor, man.
Last week he brought up the big wedding divorce thing as if it never happened the week before.
Well, let me ask you this: how big was your wedding?
Oh boy.
I mean, you're still married. God bless you. I'm just curious. Did you have a big wedding, or did you get
So
married?
we've been married for 29 years.
Congratulations! Wow.
And we had 290 people.
Okay, well, you're the exception.
Jesus
But here's the
Christ.
thing.
You're the exception.
So my family, tiny. My husband's family, huge.
Yeah.
And his dad had a lot of really rich friends. And so they were like, we wanted it to be small. And they said, fine, but you're going to miss out on all of this. And so
and this is money. So here, I just want you to show. I just want you. This just kind of shows you what my sister went. Oh yeah, we're having a huge wedding.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
I don't care what Ted
we
says.
bought a house right after the wedding.
Was it like a destination wedding? Did you have to send everybody somewhere, or was it somewhere like local that people? Or did you make it complicated? You had these
It was
complicated
at like
instructions.
Harlem and Addison or
Oh,
something.
okay, that's
yeah.
fine. All right, so you're good. You're good.
Biagio's?
Well, what was the?
I have no
I
idea.
can't remember the name. It's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, both the places.
Yeah.
Both the places. My sister got married at, and I got married at. Gone. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not places.
So let me ask you-
Yeah.
so let me ask you this. I never, because I've never had a traditional wedding. How long is your day? Like from the time you wake up in the morning till the time everything's over. Like,
Well,
are
it
you
was
talking
ridiculous.
10
So-
hours, 12 hours?
Yeah, super long. So I'm not Catholic, but my husband's family is, and his mom wanted us to be married in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
So we did a 12 o'clock mass, and then it didn't start till 5.
But what time?
Ted.
What time
Hey,
did you get
who
out
gives a
that
shit? I
morning?
was drunk the whole
I
time.
don't know.
My daughter.
So was
Oh,
Steve.
you went? Oh, you went? That's nice of you.
My daughter.
I went to my sister's wedding. Yeah, Teddy.
He was a no-show.
My daughter was just in a wedding,
I had
and
something
then
to
she had
do.
to get up at 6:30 to. She's just in the wedding.
She's in, yeah.
6:30
my-
to start
so
their
my question is,
makeup.
So you're obviously the star of the show.
Wait,
what time?
Johnny,
what time did you get up that
I
day?
literally
Like
got up at 6:30 to start my makeup.
5 a.m.
That was so long ago.
5 a.m.?
Maybe 7 or 8. I
and
don't
then
know.
and then your day was over at midnight, 2 in the morning. Like, what
oh,
did you say?
it was quite a party.
Yeah, Teddy.
We
And
were
then there's-
dancing on the tables.
And then there's the love making afterwards.
Yeah, well, Teddy. I told you, they're not that creepy look. Look at me when you're talking to my sister. Okay.
So what did they do this with the? I know what they clink the glasses. They want you to kiss, right? They do that, right? They go like that's like the thing. That's like the big
you
thing.
just want to picture me and Steve kissing.
No,
I got it. Okay.
He does, and I'm not sure
Yes.
who he wants to
No, they do
think
that.
about.
They do
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
They do that, right? They're
It
like,
might be Steve.
is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Well, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. You think so?
He's in shape. Is he do Pilates? I mean, there's a lot of planks, right? He's got that plank thing going on, right?
Oh my God. Okay, listen, we're moving away from this. Listen, I want everybody to remember that we broke the dog walker story. Okay, we talked about how dangerous it is, right? And now it is growing. The state rep from Wyoming, Alex Mooney, was so afraid to walk his dog that he forced the staffers on government pay, right, while they were working, to drive hundreds of miles to his house to walk his dog and take a possible bullet. Yeah.
In Wyoming.
In Wyoming. And hilariously, the staffers also had to babysit his kids, drive them to school, chauffeur him around, and, this is the worst part, they were forced to tell his wife that she didn't look fat in her new dress.
Sounds like a serious abuse of power.
Yes. Yes.
A little bit.
Does
It
this
was
dress,
horrible.
Does this dress make my ass look fat? No.
And
but
you know
your
what?
ass-
Listen, all the staffers had to do this. No, it looks great.
It makes the rest of your body look fat.
See, that's what's wrong with politics right there. That's what's wrong with
It's just
politics.
stuff hanging
Like,
down
why is this
around.
person?
Yeah, I'm sure it's your
It's
head.
your triceps dangling.
No, you know
Hey,
what?
that's
You-
a serious thing for women.
Yeah. Ma'am,
That's
if you
a big- yeah,
just
so-
put
so,
down
yeah,
if you just
jiggly
put down
thing right
that
there,
tub of ice cream, I think you'll look way skinnier. Okay, Teddy, this story is for you. Okay,
I don't want it.
No. A pediatrician in Kentucky tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband. You ready? And he turned out to be
An undercover cop.
an undercover cop.
Of course.
Anytime you try to hire someone to kill your spouse.
Right, because there are no killers. I believe right now at this point there are no killers.
Here's a pro tip. Here's a pro tip. So, okay.
Let me write this down.
Write this down. Yeah.
Okay,
this
he's
is super.
looking at
This
me,
is super
Matt.
important.
He's
Okay.
looking at me.
I'm not looking at you.
Teddy,
I'm not
Teddy
actually
is
looking at you.
slowly working
Okay.
his
I'm
way
actually-
towards
Teddy,
my sister.
Out of respect for your
Teddy.
sister, I'm actually looking.
Okay.
I look at her like just
All
like through my peripheral.
Just so you know, Teddy.
All right.
It's like Medusa. I don't want to turn to stone. I don't want to look right at her. So okay. So
I have that power.
When
He looked at me.
when you go to Guns and Ammo magazine and look for like a retired mercenary or a guy who was in the army, and he says, "Yeah, I'll kill your spouse for like $3,000." No professional's going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what it is?
Yeah. You know what?
I
They
never
charge
knew
at least
that.
$4,000.
Yeah.
You know what? Teddy, listen to me. Here's what's going
All
to,
right.
folks.
I've got that written down, though. I'm good.
You don't have to write it down. You've heard it 5 times because he said it. All right. Listen, folks, I'm going to force Teddy. Teddy and I are going on a golf trip, okay?
He's got good advice.
I read about these stories like all the time. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah, like you listen to on a podcast?
Here's the best thing. Here's the best thing.
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
I don't have to. I read about these stories all the time. Like, so the woman says, or the husband, he goes, "Yeah, I want my spouse dead." And the guy who, of course, he's undercover, he goes, "How do you want him dead?" I go, "I want you to hang him by meat hooks. I want you to dangle him over the Brooklyn Bridge." And
Groundbreaking. Groundbreaking.
I want you to throw a flaming bag of shit.
So
Wait,
I don't
is
know
that
if you
what
guys,
somebody was trying to do?
That
Kill
kill
me?
you? That was me again.
And you know what they're
My
doing?
sister's.
Yeah, and they're taking
officer, for anyone who's listening, my sister tried to kill me with a flaming bag of shit.
And here's the
she
best,
wanted me to try to read
and,
it.
And the best thing, every time they say that, that's all being recorded and being sent to the prosecutor's office as they speak. Here's what a pro does. A pro does this. Okay, you want your spouse. Yeah, seriously,
He's getting closer to Matt's
this is
sister.
a pro.
He's working his way closer to my sister.
This is a pro. Pro says, okay, it's 200. It's 200,000. It's $100,000 down payment, non-refundable, and you'll know when it's done. And if it's not done, it's not refundable. That's all you need to know.
Okay, so
conversation over.
No, listen to me. That's
I knew that was going to happen.
no. Listen to me, Ted. I have one question for you. Where did you come up with $200,000 to pay the hitman?
Well, exactly, because you can't afford $200,000, so you can't kill anybody.
Matt,
Oh, so only rich people kill their spouses.
Matt, I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring this up after the show, just on the side. Like I didn't want to.
You don't want to bother Teddy with it?
I didn't want to bother.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, if there's more than one person involved, everyone's going to prison. Oh, I just talked to my cousin and my brother and my uncle, and yeah, we're all together. It's like a Boy Scout troop. Yeah, we're all going to go.
A Boy Scout.
Teddy,
troop?
how many?
We're going to kill your spouse. We're going to kill your spouse.
Hold on a second. You know what? Can I just say this?
It's like a badge. You get a badge for killing your spouse.
What a great idea. You get a Boy Scout troop to kill somebody,
It's like the fucking
right?
Seven Dwarfs. Well, off to work we go. What?
Yeah, Boy Scouts are pretty. They're pretty like
They're
hardworking,
handy.
right?
They sew their
What-
badge right on the sleeve.
Why don't you just tell everyone?
Wait, is that like a slit throat? Is that what you get? Like a
Colombian
garrote.
Colombian necktie.
A garrote.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell everyone, including fucking Santa Claus, while you're at it?
What the fuck are you talking about? All right, Johnny. What?
So I was going to save this for after the show. But
Oh my God!
I think we might have to file some additional paperwork because apparently millennials are playing a drinking game to this show. Every time they hear the word Hitler
Yeah.
or murder for hire, they have to take a shot, and they are getting fucking wasted.
Yeah. My
Like,
kids are in Miami right now, and they are just drunk as can
gone
be.
because
Yeah.
it's just the same. They know what Teddy's going to say before Teddy knows what Teddy's going to say.
No,
Yep.
no. Listen, this is true. Number one, I think when you repeat yourself, they have to do a shot. Okay. But when they can guess what you're going to say, everybody else has to do a shot.
Right.
And Ted, Ted, you are turning children into alcoholics.
So that means I have to become unverifiable and intermittent. That's what it means.
You have to
Write it
become unpredictable.
It's called unverifiable and intermittent. That means
Yeah.
they don't know.
Listen,
different.
Jackie, he could write this down. That piece of paper is going into the trash, and he's not going to remember 10 minutes from now, much less 7
And
days.
then next episode, he's like, "Hey, I got to be."
This is such gibberish.
being
He just
corrected.
wrote down
Again, all he's doing is drawing anuses on a
F
paper.
minus. He got an F minus. He
He's
said.
just getting closer and closer to
All right, guys, we got to move on a little bit. Okay, so this is just in. Do not, everyone, this is a public service announcement. Do not go to awesome gay sex orgies in Europe, or you will get monkeypox. There you go. I'm helping everyone.
That's how the first case.
There's two
happened in
cases here.
Illinois?
No. First, some guy fucked a monkey. Then he went to a hot gay sex orgy in Europe.
And two of them are in Chicago, apparently.
So 4 of the cases have been linked to these gay sex pride extravaganzas. Okay. Now the World Health Organization says a number of cases.
Exactly.
Okay. So they said it's also been silent spreading. Okay, so it's not at these giant parties, right? Now, here's what they figured out. It's mostly around anti-gay rallies, churches, and Republican fundraisers. Yeah. So these are the places.
I love it.
Yeah. And you know what? If everyone were just to follow the Louisville Academy and help everybody out, this would not happen.
Ted Cruz and Mark DeSantis got the monkeypox.
So just remember,
it's not monkeypox.
Dude, that would be so great
God.
if they got to explain away gay sex monkeypox.
No.
Yeah, that would be.
Wait, so I have a great quote from my father-in-law.
Oh, man.
We were in the car the other day, and he says, there's a real shortage of Catholic priests. So it's me and my husband and our kids in the car, and we're all like, yeah, and he goes, turns out a lot of them are gay.
It's true.
So he gets out of the car, and we just start dying. Like, shit, my daughter, Shayna, turns around to me, and she's like, did you hear what Grandpa just said?
Wait,
have you ever
this
been-
is new. I did not know this.
I've never been in the Boy Scouts. Have you been in the Boy Scouts? Are you Boy
No,
Scouts? Anything?
no.
Boy Scout troop?
He was.
You're an Eagle Scout. Yeah, you got that Eagle Scout.
I was not an
He
Eagle
was not an
Scout.
Eagle
You're
Scout.
working-
Eagle Scout.
you're
but I
working
was
for
in
a
the Boy
badge.
Scouts.
Yeah, you're working
I earned some badge. I earned let's see. I earned the throat.
you did.
I earned the throat slitting.
I bet you did.
Colombian necktie.
Yeah, I earned the Colombian necktie. I earned the gunshot to the head. Yeah, I
I
was.
was an altar boy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
I
Do you need some
made
therapy?
I made it through somehow. And I went on a retreat.
Oh,
What?
that's
dreaded
where all the
retreat.
bad stuff
That's
happens.
where I had my first tongue kiss with a girl,
Oh.
not a priest.
Stop it, John. Stop it. Stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, one of the altar boys was a girl? Or is that what you told yourself, Johnny?
It was Justin.
Oh, so it was John's fault, not mine.
It's okay, John. I'm a girl.
It's verified.
Yeah. You can tell by how small my penis is.
Small but efficient.
Don't worry, in a couple of years, Ted's going to tell you how good this is. Okay, so imagine you and your significant other have different political views.
Marley Matlin and
Conway.
no.
Conway.
Yes.
Marley Matlin and
Yes.
James Carville.
So
Carville, yeah.
Carville, yeah.
So now imagine either in your wildest dreams or your worst nightmares, I don't know.
Kellyanne
your-
Conway.
Yeah, your marriage breaks up because your significant other thinks Donald Trump is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try being that guy. So now you are living Kellyanne Conway's life. Okay. Now I like to call her affectionately. I call her Demon Skank Hell Twat. Okay. It's just that little thing that we do. She calls me the guy that knows she's Demon Skank Hell Twat, and I just call her that.
It's actually sweet.
It is
worse.
when you
Yeah.
think about it. Yeah. So I guess her husband is a Twitter addict, right? Who doesn't kneel at the altar of Trump, but they kind of their marriage almost failed.
Right.
But thankfully, they figured it out, and that's the good news. Now, the bad news is she did not throw herself into a 10,000-foot hole. So that is the bad news.
That is bad news.
Yeah, I got pretty sad.
No, the funniest marriage, in my opinion, was when that Huma Abedin, who was married to Anthony Weiner.
Huma? Wait, did you?
Come on, the
Did
guy's
you
name is
just say
Anthony Weiner.
Huma
Her name-
Abedin?
yeah, she was like the personal
Is that her
assistant.
Isn't that a body part?
No, it's her name is Huma. It's like
Uma Gata?
My Huma Abedin is
Yeah,
really
Huma.
bothering
You're
me
a
today.
ubla oblongata. Wait,
not-
what's that
not-
line from Waterboy? You're a medulla oblongata.
something wrong with your medulla oblongata. So, no,
Okay,
so-
all right. So we got to move on because today we're going to talk about lawsuits.
Yes.
Okay,
Right,
so
baby.
Johnny wanted to talk about lawsuits, and I was just like, "What a stupid! What a good idea, right?" So, so I did some research, right, and I don't know if you guys know this. In New York and California, there are each of them have over 170,000 lawyers in each of those states. Okay, now our state they have over 60,000 lawyers. Okay, now this is weird. I did some research again. America has double the number of lawyers per capita, that's per person, that England has, and 3 times as many as Japan.
It's like guns.
Think about that for a second. We have twice as many lawyers as
We're very litigious.
we are very litigious, right? It's crazy.
Who's
Shak-
going to carry out the frivolous lawsuits if we don't have
Shakespeare
them?
said the first thing. Actually, Shakespeare really said that. He goes, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to kill all the lawyers.
Did he do that?
Well, he didn't do it, but he said it.
Okay.
This
Listen,
is Shakespeare.
in a 12-month period from 2019 to 2020, you're not going to believe this. Over 325,000 civil suits were filed. That's 900 civil suits a day. 900. And you probably think, yeah, whatever, man. I haven't been sued. Nobody sued me. I've never sued anybody. In America, we spend $400 billion on civil suits, and it costs us, every household, $3,000 a year.
Well, I have you answer for that. So the bottom line is the Democratic Party. No offense to them, is like they're advocates of the plaintiffs' bar, trial lawyers. So they're a very powerful lobbying group, and that's why you have that. So the problem is you can sue somebody for anything at any time, and there's no consequence. So even if you lose, there's no consequence. So the person who you're being suing,
that's not always
No,
true.
that's not true.
okay,
That's not always true, Teddy. It's few and far between, but that's not always true.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But don't blame the left. Listen, the lobbyists for the lawyers feed the money to all the politicians.
Sure.
Okay, so it's okay.
Well,
so,
Ted Cruz, former trial lawyer. John Edwards, who had the kid with the mistress when he was running for president back in the 80s, former trial lawyer. He was slick, right? He was slick. Yeah, he was a good old boy, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
well, he
was
got
real
caught.
slick.
He wasn't that slick.
He was
Okay,
slick, yes.
so listen. So you're probably saying to yourself, "I'm never going to be sued." Right? You're probably saying, like, I just do regular things. I'm never going to be sued. But you can be sued for a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you ready for this?
Anything.
Share a funny picture online. Okay?
Sure.
Copyright. You can be sued for copyright. Okay? Here, you ready? Shit on your ex on Facebook. If you lie, you can be sued for libel.
Libel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you leave a bad review on Yelp and you lie,
Yeah.
libel.
So slander, I think, is
You gotta
verbal
prove it.
and libel is written, right? Slander is verbal, libel is written.
I don't
that
know.
one I don't know. But
I just know it's hard because you have to prove motive, like not that you were mistaken. You know what I mean?
though that you were purposefully obtuse.
Purposefully.
Malintent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that purposefully obtuse. We know where that's from, right? You guys don't know where? Are you being
Purposely obtuse?
Are you being purposefully obtuse?
I don't think I know that. I
you-
probably will when you tell me.
Stephen King's greatest book.
Dark Tower.
No, that is.
Duck
See,
Tower?
that's the
Never
problem
heard
with
of that one. Never
that's the
heard of
problem
that
with
one.
having your sister on when she's read everything.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption,
Oh, yeah.
the movie you can't turn off.
Yeah.
the
No,
movie you
that's-
cannot
if
turn
that
off.
pops on, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so
So I always said if I was going to be stranded on an island, I would take the Dark Tower series with me. You know how they say if you can have like one thing, it's like 7 books or whatever, but I would take that.
oh man, that is
Yeah.
it's the shit.
Ted wants the monkeypox.
Ted's
You
gonna
can
bring
have
the
it.
monkeypox with him. Hold on. Let me go to Europe first. If I'm going to the let
Yeah.
me do that. Okay, so here, you ready? If you are in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have enough underinsured motorist coverage, you can be sued.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted knows that.
Sure. Post your kids dancing on YouTube. Post your kids online dancing on YouTube. If you use a copyrighted song, you can be sued.
Sure.
Here, you ready for this one? This is my favorite. Put a pool in your yard.
And don't put a fence.
No, not better than that. Don't keep it covered. Don't have a locked gate, and don't put up no trespassing signs.
Yeah.
And some wandering dildo comes in
Yeah.
and drowns, you get sued.
Someone
That's our
broke.
world.
It's called attractive nuisance.
Someone
It's
broke
called
in.
attractive nuisance.
Oh, I thought that was you, Ted.
Someone broke into
Attractive.
a
Sorry.
fast.
Just kidding.
Someone broke into a fast food place. They were on the roof trying to find entrance, and they fell through the roof, and they sued and won.
Hey, listen, if you think that's bad, try being a major company, okay? Disney gets sued all the time. Here's one. A woman came in. Now, I don't know why they included this in the story. This is my favorite thing. They had to include that she weighed 250 pounds. It was my favorite.
Gratification of America.
That is fat shaming.
That means she was angry. She was angry. She was an angry elf.
That is my favorite thing, okay?
Yeah, she was an angry elf.
So she said that the 3 little pigs ran up to her, called her mommy, and then grabbed her
Stop it.
breasts. Okay? So she went in there and she did her thing, and here's the problem. Here's how she lost. The 3 little pigs costume, the arms just hang there. There are no arms in there. It's impossible for them to lift it up and grab any boobies,
Like
which
dinosaur
they
arms.
purposefully
Yeah.
did because I guess
T-Rex.
the first set they had, all the three little
We're
pigs. They
grabbing
put their
them.
arms in there and you just grab them by the tits.
Actually, my favorite one. So remember, Michael Jackson got sued. So he had that Neverland Ranch back in the day, where obviously he was a suspected pedophile.
Ted, no one suspected it. They all just knew. Yeah.
So that was his kind of his thing. So he invited some kids. So there was one kid. I guess he had like quote unquote cancer. And he invited him to. He invited.
Why is your air quote cancer?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. So
Are you? Wait, I can't tell. Are you slut shaming Michael Jackson
No,
or this
listen.
kid for faking cancer?
No,
He's fake cancering.
No, he was invited to
This
Neverland
kid
Ranch.
just wanted to get laid by Michael Jackson. He even faked cancer to do it.
So Dave
South Park.
Dave Chappelle had a really good joke about Michael Jackson. He goes, man, you get invited to Neverland Ranch. He goes, you got monkeys, you got carnival rides. He goes,
Monkeypox.
and he gives you some wine and pills. And he goes, and Michael Jackson gives you a blowjob. He goes, and you said, that's a good host. What more do you want, man?
Why do you think they call it Neverland?
What more do you want? What more do you want, man?
Hold on, I gotta be honest with you. Teddy invited me to his house, and that is exactly what happened.
Neverland.
So anyway, so this kid, the parents sued Michael Jackson for obviously, it was civilly, it wasn't criminally, for obviously whatever sexual predatory behavior. So it turns out the mother was a welfare cheat and a complete piece of shit, and it was nice.
She weighed 200.
She weighed
260
265 actually.
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys probably know this. We all know the McDonald's crotch burning coffee thing, right?
Right.
And we're all just like, oh, that's bullshit. But here's what you didn't know: McDonald's had actually had a bunch of lawsuits that came up before that, and there was all it was cheaper for them to leave the coffee at that temperature and pay off the lawsuits than it was. And this is weird, to change the temperature of the coffee.
I agree, because I remember when I was a kid, I went to IHOP one time. Remember IHOP, International House of Pancakes? So, and I had hot cocoa.
Wait.
When I was a kid.
Oh, Teddy, did you burn your dick?
Actually,
Did you pour it on your penis?
It was. You ever?
No, he
drink some-
stuck his penis in it.
No,
That makes more sense.
no. Have you ever drank something so hot it actually it was like scalding hot? It actually burned your tongue. It actually burned. So there is such a thing as too hot. There's such a thing as too hot.
Teddy, you're too hot.
No.
What are you doing later?
Oh, this is
don't-
going the exact wrong.
Don't record that part.
Oh my god.
One little side note on the McDonald's coffee thing, because that's an interesting lawsuit. So their temperature, it should be around 120, 130. It was like 180, 190. It's like scalding. It's like almost
scalding
like
hot,
boiling.
Yeah.
But so she got whatever she got. They reduced it by 20% because the jurors found she was 20% at fault for not being smart enough to fucking keep the lid on and not put it in her lap.
Not put it in her lap.
So they did reduce it 20% for being somewhat stupid.
Yeah.
Ted, does that happen to you at work?
No, actually, there's a recent case where it was Dunkin' Donuts where I don't know what happened in the case, but a woman bought a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
And it was the same thing. Like the lid wasn't on securely; it was just kind of like half on, and she like spilled it. And the best thing was she spilled it on herself, and then like the employees like laughed at her while she did it. I don't know how hot the coffee was. I don't know how the coffee was, but yeah. So
No, you are so stupid.
You're so basic. You bitches are basic.
Basic bitch.
Okay, so here I got one. A man attended a concert, okay, and he sued the city because there was a woman using the bathroom. Yeah, he went in and there was a woman using the bathroom, and he
Like the
claimed
men's bathroom?
Yeah, the men's bathroom.
I bet
claimed
that happened to me.
Yeah.
I was cool with that. I'm like,
I've done that
go
before.
Go right ahead.
Did you ask if you could hold her dick?
No, I was like, can I get some TP for you?
Okay, so he claimed that he had emotional distress.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. Now she was in there because she said the lines for the women's.
That's a real thing. That's real. So I think the line. It seems like the women's bathroom line at a bar, especially if you're at a bar, it's like late at night. I haven't been to a bar in a long time, but I mean, the line's like extraordinarily long for women because.
Yep.
We know.
You guys take a long time.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is why I feel bad about like all these places that are going with like single use rooms, right?
Yeah.
Single use toilets. You have to be in there after a guy's in there.
I don't want to do that.
No woman wants to do that.
Grails in Miami, they have all the transgender, bathrooms. I walk in, I'm like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, because men are gross.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy sued for $5 million.
Obviously, that's frivolous.
Okay, so
But somebody still has to pay. So whoever's on the other side of that has to pay money to hire an attorney to file an answer to the complaint.
But
so
then
blah,
they
blah,
have
blah.
to pay legal fees if they're
right. So Teddy, this one actually worked out. This is where the courts actually did something good. They not only did they throw out the case, but they ordered the man's lawyer to pay a fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it gets even better. The man filed a second lawsuit. He sued the concession stand, the one specific concession stand that he went to, for beer that made him have to pee. Yes.
I mean, seriously, how you have to be pretty motivated to do that. I mean, I don't know if this guy's like obviously half an idiot or
he is half an idiot. Well,
Not a third of an idiot, just a half an idiot.
No, he's a full idiot.
Teddy, the guy ended up having to pay. Not only did he have to pay the fees for the concession, the people who worked there, he had to give the concession stand people $2,000.
Well, did you know this too? Some people are so litigious they were actually barred from filing any lawsuits, like civil lawsuits. Like a lot of prisoners, they file like frivolous lawsuits. Like I'm not getting my ramen noodles at lunch. They're like prisoners for life. So
like prisoners get ramen noodles.
Yeah, whatever. The
get shit on a shingle.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Beef on a toast.
Criminals. Wait. Listen.
Convicted prisoners actually file frivolous lawsuits.
A criminal who sued.
Yeah.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this one.
So this guy sued. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a guy. His name is Robert Brock. Okay. He sued himself for $5 million.
I saw this.
Yep.
Right. He sued himself for $5 million. He violated his own civil rights. Now, you ready for this? He said that his religion forbids him the use of alcohol, but he still drank, and it led him to commit crimes and get sent to jail. And this is the quote: "I caused myself to violate my religious beliefs." He sued himself for $5 million, and since he was in jail, an award of the state, he said that they had to pay.
Yeah.
They
that
threw
was
it out.
dismissed.
Well, I mean, I admire the chutzpah. I admire the chutzpah.
There was someone who sued Budweiser too because they were drinking a lot of Bud and they couldn't get hot girls.
Couldn't get hot girls.
No, it's real. Yeah.
No matter how much I drank, I couldn't get them.
Here,
Yeah.
you ready for this?
What start looking hot after a few drinks? I mean,
Listen,
I don't know.
There's a man in Florida who I love this, a Florida man. He got his leg amputated, and instead of, I guess they burn the legs. I guess they disintegrate. They throw him in an oven, whatever. They burn up.
Makes sense.
They just threw his leg away.
Cremated.
Yeah, they threw his leg away, and it had his name on it. And someone found it and had it. They took it home, and then the police caught him with this leg.
Yeah,
and the guy sued because someone found his leg.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Here, listen. Another guy in Florida. He was getting. I guess in Florida they serve soy. He sued.
At Starbucks?
No. He was in prison. He sued the prison because he wasn't getting real meat. He was getting soy. And he said, his attorney said, it was cruel and unusual punishment.
Have you noticed all these lawsuits start and then this guy in
this
Florida?
guy in Florida.
Yeah. Here. Okay, SeaWorld Orlando. Listen, a 27-year-old man, was found naked and dead on the back of a killer whale.
I was going to say a dolphin.
You mean an orca?
In SeaWorld.
Orca.
An orca, okay? So I guess he hid in the park. He dove into the tank after operating hours to fulfill his lifelong dream of being raped by an orca.
Which is a 6,000-pound killing machine. Yeah, but go ahead,
Yeah.
Well,
So-
good for him.
Yes, and his dreams were fulfilled. Okay, they literally found him on the back. His swimsuit was floating behind him with a hole in the anus. and the family sued SeaWorld for creating dangerous conditions and marketing the whale. You ready for this? As friendly, not a rapist.
Or sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is real. I mean, these
So
are.
are you supposed to market it as like a friendly, rapey
No,
whale?
It's like
that's Johnny's favorite thing. Feeling a little rapey today.
It's like a friendly bear.
Yeah.
Those two things don't go
It's
together.
just-
Friendly / rapey.
Yeah.
It means the same thing.
It's like a friendly bear with a heart on. What's he
Friendly-
gonna do?
A friendly grizzly bear.
Okay, so now you think you can't sue casinos, right? But you can.
Sure.
Okay. Being a gambler means you can sue casinos. Okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. A guy named James Grosjean, he was literally at this point the #1 blackjack player in the world. He sued a casino for winning too much.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they kicked him out.
Wow.
They kicked him out.
Because
Said
that ruined his life?
he must
have been barred from that. That casino, but not all casinos, just that
but
casino.
because he was winning, he wasn't cheating. He wasn't doing any of that stuff.
He was just good at what he
Right?
does. Okay, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and he did that because he was winning, and I guess that's a no-no. Now, here's another one, and this one was not successful. Okay, another guy lost $2 million gambling. Okay, and he sued the casino because, and this is my favorite, they shouldn't let him gamble because he is an addict. Yeah.
And how
Does
would
he
it-
have like a name tag that says I'm an addict?
Ted, do you have a name tag that says you're an addict?
Hold on.
Wait, are you looking? Ted just looked in his own pants. You know, Ted just looked in his own pants. He went, I have a small dick and I'm an alcoholic.
It doesn't say that in there. So
But an effective.
Yeah, Teddy.
small
An
but effective.
yeah.
Like starts because but
Right.
an effect. He goes. Remember Trump told Hillary Clinton. He goes, if you were an effective senator, you would have passed this legislation. An effective senator.
Yeah.
Ted slurring his words.
Wait, hold on. Ted went to an AA meeting, right? Ted went to AA meeting, pulled his pants down, right? And he goes, "Hi, my name is Ted." And they went, "Oh, this is the wrong kind of meeting." Yeah.
So the funny thing about AA, sorry, I've heard about AA. So the thing about AA is like, it was it 12 steps? Is it 12 steps? Like you have to like take responsibility, you have to
Ted,
apologize, all that stupid shit, whatever you have to do.
That's all the shit you're not going to do, Ted. Okay, so this one's kind of funny, okay, gambling wise. In Europe, they have a game called Eurobet. When you go to a casino, you can play Eurobet. It's kind of like a lottery thing. You know, numbers pop up. I don't know. Teddy, you do some gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minor.
It's a video game, though. So this one is you put in $5 and then you're supposed to get 5 chances to win. I don't know if you press a button or pull something. This guy put in $5 and he got 5,000 chances. So I don't know what happened, right?
Yeah.
But he cleaned up. He won like $500,000, and the casino literally said, "I'm not paying you," right? And so he sued, and the judge said it wasn't his fault that these people were too dumb to to fix this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Did he win?
he won.
Good.
Yeah, he won. He won. Okay, so let me throw this out to you, and this is one of my favorites. And there's only 2 left that I want to talk about. You guys can talk about anything you want. No, you can't. All right. There's a fella. His name was Roy Pearson, and he was starting a new job. So just imagine you're starting a brand new job, okay? I'm going to be doing that. In a couple of months, I'm going to be starting a brand new job, okay? He had a really nice suit, and he wanted to get his pants dry cleaned, okay? And they went missing. And he was pissed, okay? So
Was he a judge?
He was a judge.
I know.
Yes, he
Go ahead,
was.
go ahead,
Yes,
go
he
ahead,
was.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
he demanded
I saw this.
$1,200 for his entire new suit, right?
Yeah.
And then he things got weird. They kept going on, and the owners were part of this whole thing, and so they offered him $3,000, and finally like $4,000, and then like $12,000. So I want you to think about this.
Yeah.
All he did was have some missing pants, and now it's up to $12,000, and then he went crazy, and he sued them for $67 million. $67 million.
But you know what happened to him? His judgment was so bad, he actually got barred from practicing law because his judgment was so fucking poor in that case that.
And he had to pay the legal fees, too.
I would have taken the 12,000.
I mean,
Yeah.
$12,000.
so, I mean, so
I would never have done that, but-
Your average pair of pants is like, say, top end $100. I mean, unless you get
Well,
like something.
I mean,
from,
I
If
think
you're
he had
fancy pants, maybe like 1,000.
fancy pants.
Is that where that came from, Mr. Mr.
Hey,
Fancy
Mr.
Pants?
Fancy Pants.
So I'm all about tort reform, and I do not like frivolous lawsuits. And you get these class action suits all the time, and
Oh,
they give
those
you
are the worst.
$1, but the lawyers make $1 million,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. And my wife got one. We both got it for Facebook, illegal use of photos.
Oh, yeah. Somebody was telling me about that.
And I'm like, just throw it in the garbage. I'm like,
Yep.
I told my wife, throw it in the garbage. I threw mine in the garbage. She filed it, and she got a check yesterday or a week ago for $380.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So my buddy told me that his whole family did it. They all got
Yeah.
checks. Yeah.
I always throw them away.
Yeah, I do too. I don't like it. It's not right.
I'm not a Facebook guy. Okay. So this is a good one. A guy sued Michael Jordan and
For looking like Michael Jordan.
for looking like Michael Jordan, right? He sued him for $800 million.
Yeah. It's so hard when you get so much attention for looking
Right.
like Michael Jordan.
Right. So
Feel so
now-
bad for
right,
him.
Right. So this guy looked very much.
Oh.
I'm telling you, you couldn't tell the difference. I thought it was 2 pictures of Michael Jordan. Now, a normal person would have used this likeness to get laid and get a ton of free shit.
Or like
Not
like,
this
like,
idiot.
no, like corporate events, like you like people who are like lookalikes, like famous people. You could hire yourself out.
Here,
Like
Teddy.
in
it's
Vegas?
it's a career. It's a
Yeah.
career. Yeah.
Teddy, I will tell you a story. So my buddy Stan, who listens to this show, he's out in Arizona, right? We had a coach at our high school who looked just like Leon Durham when Leon Durham
Really?
was the first baseman
Yeah.
for the Cubs.
Yeah, yeah.
And this guy would go to
Who
bars.
was that?
Yeah.
Coach Marshall?
Allegedly, that is not a name that anyone ever used, and my sister accidentally.
Just that pitcher for the Yankees.
No.
His name was Joba Chamberlain. Remember Joba Chamberlain? He was a pitcher for the
Yes.
Yankees. So there was a guy who looked just like Joba Chamberlain, but he had zero athletic ability, but he went to bars, like I said, just like you said, and he got laid a lot.
Yeah, he got pussy. This guy, listen.
He wasn't Joba Chamberlain.
Yeah. So this is not the person my sister just mentioned. That guy is. I don't even know who that guy is. Yeah.
I'm
This guy-
sorry, I'm inebriated.
Yeah. So Stan and I worked at a pizza place, and this guy would come in, right, and sit in the pizza place, and I'm telling you right now, he was a dead spitting image for Leon Durham. Yeah. And the chicks would fall all over him, and he would walk out with multiple chicks.
Amazing.
Every single time. And this idiot decided that he would rather try to do a ridiculous lawsuit than just get laid all the time.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I think the moral of the story is use your whatever for good, not evil.
Yeah.
Right. There you
For
go.
the good of
Sex.
Yourself.
The good of you. The good of you. The good of you.
all right. This is the last one, and then we're gonna have to put a stop to this.
It's so fun though.
In 2008, this is way back in the Wayback Machine, okay? A 16-year-old student fell asleep in class, okay? And his teacher smacked the table and woke him up. And the parents decided to sue the school, the Board of Education, and the city because that kid suffered injuries to his eardrum.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it was totally bullshit. It was thrown out. And here's the best part. The kid left school because the kids made fun of him.
Right. That's the.
And justifiably so.
But see, that's the thing, and I don't necessarily think violence is right or whatever. But
I do. I'm pro-violence.
In the old days, people didn't do stuff because you're going to get your ass kicked.
No, actually, we need
Matt
to,
got his ass kicked in school several
we
times.
need
This is...
we need to bring back corporal punishment.
Or sergeant.
No.
No.
I'm not saying corporal punishment. I'm
No.
just saying you didn't do stupid shit because you'd get your ass kicked.
Well,
nowadays, you can say whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying there's these fucking kids in class right now to this day. You can't.
What kids do you know in class?
Wait, hold on.
I don't know anybody personally.
Listen,
Personally, I don't know anybody.
Ted goes to grammar schools, okay, and he just randomly kicks the shit out of kids that remind him of kids.
But think-
that
I don't know what
beat
you
him up.
did, but I know you deserve it.
No, they remind him of kids that picked on him when he was in
So
school.
here-
Look like you
So-
deserve to get your.
So if
Are
you're,
you Bernard Randolph, you son of a bitch?
I love Bernard Randolph. Bernard
Ted-
Randolph, where are you? I want to find you.
Yeah,
I wanna-
Ted, and he loved you, and I'm doing the finger in the butt thing right now.
I love Bernard Randolph.
Oh, we all know you do.
And fuck you, Mark Aguirre. So listen.
I won't use a yellow crayon anymore, sir. I'm sorry.
No, seriously.
Wait, did Mark Aguirre turn you down?
Listen, there's some jagoff kid right now
Jag
in every class in the country right now
Hey, you fucking
who's causing chaos in his classroom, and the teacher is helpless to do anything because this little prick, you can't touch him because we don't want to hurt his fucking feelings or violate his civil rights. I guarantee you, if you
okay.
took this little bastard out back and beat the shit out of him one time,
no.
yeah.
Slash,
No.
you don't know what that kid has going on in his life.
Well, you know what? Fuck his life.
See, this is
Yeah.
welcome
Yeah.
to my world.
And you
now.
know what? That's
No.
what he needs.
No.
And you know, honestly, he's doing it because think about it. How many
100% no.
how many grown men are in prison right now thinking, you know what? If somebody kicked the shit out of me when I was fucking 10, now, I mean, I like
No,
beating him.
that's
to
the problem.
Now,
They've all
someone
gotten
would
their
have
shit
kicked the
beat out of them.
shit out of me when I was 10.
Not beating him to death. Not beating him to death. But I'm just a little corporal punishment.
You realize violence is a learned behavior.
Just a little corporal
Hold on.
punishment. And honestly, they would say thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Here's what I think Ted is saying.
Thank
Did
you.
you do research on this?
Yeah. No.
Yes, I did my research.
No. Ted doesn't do any research. Listen, I think what Ted is saying is, don't kill the kids.
Yeah, don't kill the kids.
Okay, so that's all he's saying. Don't
Just
kill
come
the
close?
kids. Just
I'm not talking about child abuse. I'm just talking about
Yeah,
just some
yeah.
minor corporal punishment.
There you go,
Just
just-
to
You know what
just to get
all
their- just to
serial
get their-
killers have in their background? A history of abuse.
no. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, serial killers were typically abused sexually, phically, etc., etc.
Oh, wait, there was a lawsuit
That's
where
not true.
somebody in the New York subway saw a picture of Dexter with his, the Dexter show
Yeah.
on Showtime.
The,
I
the,
just
the
hate
serial,
that
the,
show.
the serial killer Dexter. I've never seen that show.
Wrapped in cellophane, and they sued Showtime because it made her fall down the stairs.
Oh.
You know what? I read one of those books. It's just not a likable character. He's just.
Dexter? Did you ever see those shows?
I read the book. I didn't like
I've
it.
seen like
I
one.
didn't
You
shows
know
are
what?
right.
I wasn't
Very good. Very good.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like the anti-hero. I'm just not a big anti-hero guy. I don't know why. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, guys. It was a blast. I want to thank my sister for putting up with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
All right.
sister.
All right.
Do you have a name? Do you have a legal name, or is your name your sister?
Do you know my name?
Yes.
Well, of course I know your name, but I'm not going to say it because I just want to keep the gag going on and on.
What gag? I said her
The ball
name.
gag.
All right. No, my name
Teddy-
I didn't say that.
My
I didn't
name
say
is
that.
Sister.
I didn't say that.
Ted is going
It's like
to
I'm a Mormon.
to Paul
My name is
Pierre's
Sister.
Porn Park on gag night. Ball
Oh,
gag
we're
night.
not going to say
Right.
her name. However, her name is Mary Jane. She lives at 345 West.
Elm Street.
Okay.
It's your cell phone.
Teddy, is there anything that you didn't say that you would like to say before we go?
I'm reserving the right to defer that to the 21st episode of
I'm
this
going to be
show.
here then,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Teddy,
Thank you, Matt, sister.
Teddy, that's only if we have a 21st show. All right. Johnny, you get the last word.
I'm just going to say I'm an advocate for tort reform. Always have been, and I think we need it.
That is the dumbest fucking thing. Wait, are we trying to help people? We're not.
Yes.
We're literally called the real three idiots.
Yeah, you know.
I would just like to go ahead and say that no. All right. Listen, everybody, enjoy, and we had a great time, and we will see everybody next week.
What was that?